Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Where's my stand?
Okay, Richard.
I'm connected. Just have it on.
Ready?
Just record it.
Hey there, I'm Mary Jo Rapini, and I'm with the Truckcast tonight. This is DB, and this is Humvee, and we are doing a podcast in this awesome truck. So tonight we're going to talk about holiday stressors and other relationship issues that affect men mostly, or men are bringing up, and we're going to talk about the answers, like how you can improve your relationship and your dating life. So let's go, guys.
Well, what's going on? I'm Humvee. I have a question for you, Mary Jo.
Yes.
Please.
All right.
I've been dating a woman for about a month now, and she has control issues. I missed one text message and she just blew up on me. You know, I think she's turning the relationship dialogue into a check on instead of, oh man, I messed up. She turned it into a check in instead of a check on. You know, so how should I address it?
Well, you know, did you talk to her about if she's feeling like what you've noticed, or did she get defensive, or what happened?
She blew up
she
behind
blew
that
up.
one text message that I missed. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
She's still in that stage where she's checking you out.
That's what it is.
She's trying to figure out if you're going to be a trustworthy guy, so she can really, you know, become loyal to you, or if she's just going to be, you're just going to be one of those guys that pass through the night. And a lot of times when women get together with a guy the first couple times, they're just basically, you know, women, we have all kinds of sensors in our mind. We're kind of checking people out. We compare you guys to other great guys we knew. We also look for signs where you may be weaker in your character. And my guess is she came out of a bad relationship, and so when you didn't give her the immediate, she probably overreacted. She's probably been stood up before, hurt before, and rather than her taking a breath and thinking, okay, I got to give him another time, another chance, she must be invested enough that she wanted you to be honest and really into her and get back to her right away. So more than anything, she probably reacted to her own disappointment.
Wow.
You probably blew it. I hate to say
you blew
that,
it.
but
I
hate to say that, but I don't
That
think
was
you
only
passed.
one strike?
Yeah, I think, well, you know, we don't have time. Ladies are busy now, and they're, you know, they basically, if they've been burnt in the past, it happens.
What about recreational help me get right. Recreational dating versus intentional dating?
Wow.
That's a good question.
That is a really good question. You know, right now what we see a lot and what's not working, and it's usually, you'll see it frequently on online apps and, you know, Tinder and that kind of thing. People just passing through. They just become like these serial daters. And you know, basically you're just taking some, and it's like the catch and release to a fisher person, you know? You're just catching fish and letting them go if they don't meet your qualifications. And usually that's kind of a self-centered person. They're basically not dating with an intention like, you know what, I know what I'm looking for. I'm going to go to the places where these kind of guys or women hang out, and I'm going to go for my interests. Like, I'm going to look at what's interesting to me. They actually have an idea of what they want in a man, and basically they've already in their mind made a decision that they have room. In other words, they're not trying to find a guy that fits, or a woman that fits into their life. They're looking for someone that they can learn from and grow with, and maybe create a stable, long-term relationship.
That's what I want to do. I want to intentionally date one person. But, you know, it's a lot of beautiful women out there.
Yeah, well,
and that's why me and Humvee, we call ourselves serial daters.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, well, I think we are probably out there trying to find that one person that we're looking for. But you know, like this, when this one person here doesn't pan out, we tend to go find somebody else.
But you know, that's a guy, more than a serial dater, that's a guy who's never going to be successful in a long-term relationship. And the reason is because you don't really want a long-term relationship. You want somebody that'll fit into your life, instead of saying, how can I find someone that I'm so invested in that I want to fit into theirs with mine, and we can grow together. So these serial daters, or people that date without an intention, they keep saying, well, I'm really lonely, and they'll get cynical about love. They'll go, there's all the good men are gone, or all the good women are gone. It's not the other person's problem. It's really yours and how you're going about it. We're all broken, and you're never going to find a perfect person.
Right.
Or if you do, somebody new is going to come along, and you're going to go, ooh, they are looking pretty perfect too.
Right.
Maybe. And that's wrong, you guys.
That's
So
wrong.
basically, it's wrong to serial date. We should.
You shouldn't do it.
2019, no more
Well, you
serial
know
dating.
what?
2019, no more
It
serial dating
depends.
for
If
us.
you really want to
2019.
find true love,
Right, definitely.
then you want to date with intention. First of all, you want to get your stuff together so you have room in your heart and in your life to include another person.
Definitely, it starts with the person first. You,
Yep,
me,
yep.
on the inside.
You know, and that's how all relationships are. That's one of my my mainstays of my whole platform is, you know, starting with the most important relationship, the one you have with yourself.
Definitely.
You can't be a sicko and just out trying to find another sicko, because you'll find them and then you'll be disappointed. And,
Well, that's kind of like dealing, like you said, dealing with yourself. That's how I did. I know we were talking about it earlier, about what happened to me when I got divorced.
yeah.
So when I got divorced, it's good. All right.
Yeah.
When I got divorced, I mean, I didn't go out, go crazy, like, hey, it's over with. No, I was lonely.
Yeah.
I just came.
Unlike me.
You're bad.
Right,
I have already decided.
You see what I'm saying?
You
See?
need a therapist, DB.
Well, I feel
am
like-
so going to be on your shoulder 24/7.
See?
I'm going to help this new one in your life.
Well, I mean, Mary Jo,
Right.
that was my coping mechanism when I went through a bad breakup. You know,
Yeah.
I went out and I invested my time in other women,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed myself. I was partying, and just trying to free my mind. That was my coping mechanism of how to disguise my feelings from a bad situation. Because I feel like as men, we can't go to our friends, another male counterpart, and be like, hey man, I got my heart broken. I'm hurt. Cause you're
Right.
What's
Right.
wrong with that? I don't get you guys. Listen, you men should support other men and go, bam, that
Definitely.
really hurts.
Right.
You know, you'd be so much better off if you just.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. When I got divorced, it was like mourning a death.
by yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like
I know with my immediate family, you know what I'm saying, my parents, my sibling, and I just pretty much just dealt with it day to day.
Right.
And like we were talking about how divorce is just an everyday thing, like
Right,
literally.
right.
And I had that in my head. And so going forward, it was like, okay, I'll get over it. And then I eventually got over it through, I guess, knowing that other time and knowing that other people have been through the same thing I've been through.
Right. But do you agree with what I'm saying, that you feel like as a male you couldn't go to one of your friends, your cousin, and tell him how you feel? Because
Right.
as men we're macho,
Not
kind of makes you
those
feel.
feelings. Not
Exactly.
those feelings. What
I
you're
can't
talking about. Not those feelings.
you can't tell them, because you're like, man, you're a man. You're supposed to be macho. You're supposed to be able to overcome that and move on.
'Cause I think I told you. I was like, hey, I think it's over with, man.
Yeah.
And then that was, but like,
Yeah.
What is it with guys? I mean, why can't you guys just kind of support each other? All you guys want it. Like when I talk to men, especially as a therapist, all these guys will say, yeah, the other guys, if you act like you're really hurt, they're like, what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Are you like, what are you? What is your gender? Buck up.
Right.
Be a man.
Exactly.
What is to be a man to me means to be real, to have
Right.
feelings, and I don't think feelings are weak. I think they're a strength.
Well, I mean,
If you can
showing
say
it, showing it too much, showing too much of feelings. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, but what I mean
That's
when
when
you're
we'll say like, "Hey, slow it down." Like,
But if you're sad, you cry. I mean, I've seen guys go to funerals of their mother and they
Right.
feel bad if they cry. Like, that's messed up.
I cry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Some one more question. Some healthy tools.
What are some healthy tools in relationship in 2019 going forward? So like what tools? What
She already
healthy
told us
tools?
no cereal day,
Yeah.
so we done with
No
that.
cereal
Yeah.
day.
We done with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So what are some tools that are healthy that can build a relationship going in 2019 and going forward?
Well, the biggest one, what kills a relationship is lack of trust. So when you say something, your behavior has
That's
to follow
the T
you.
word.
Well,
Yeah.
I have trust issues, Mary Jo.
Yeah,
I have
okay,
trust
tell
issues,
me,
Mary
oh
Jo.
my gosh, that would be a great Ask Mary Jo
so
question.
like
Tell
trust
me about
issues,
you.
like trust or trust and honesty is the same thing, but like trust and transparency, that's two
Well-
different things, and I think people get that tied in together. You know, what I'm saying? When being transparent is like you're sharing willingly. When you like being honest is like somebody asking you and you telling them. You feel me? So,
Right. Well, you know, like I think because guys tell me this all the time, like if the woman will say, well, I saw his, okay, this is somebody that's been with you forever. I saw his phone and I was reading through it and I couldn't believe he was doing this. And then he goes ape in the office when she goes, you looked at my phone.
Right.
What is that? You guys should be sharing passwords. You should be sharing what's each other's phone. You should be able to look at each other's phone. If you're sleeping with this person, then they should have your password. There should be nothing you want to hide on that phone.
Well, absolutely, Mary Jo. I totally agree.
I mean, but after how long? Though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're
That's
sleeping
key.
with them, that's key. If
Sleeping.
you're sleeping with them, then they are intimate enough that they should be seeing what's on your phone.
Absolutely.
If
Okay.
you're not
All right.
having recreational
Right.
sex or
Intentional.
intimacy,
Intentional.
you're keeping your relationship intentional
Right.
and honest and monogamous. So people that go nuts when somebody looks at their phone and they'll go, that's an invasion of my
Right,
privacy.
right.
They got something to hide.
So in a relationship there is no privacy. Well, I mean, somewhat I know somewhat there is privacy, but when it comes to like things like social media, even your phone, do you
Your
agree?
phone should be shared, the
It should be
password.
shared.
You should know each other's finances if you're in a committed relationship.
Can you say that again, Mary Jo?
Yes, you should know each other's finances if
Okay.
you're in a
Right,
committed monogamous relationship,
Relationship.
not serial dating, DB.
Excuse me? No,
Yeah, okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure
Not
we're
at all.
clear.
We are real men of love,
Yeah,
and
Men
we
of
are
love.
and we are looking for love, Mary Jo.
Right,
yeah,
Absolutely,
okay,
we are.
well, that's good.
We are. Like I said, we are serial days buckets. We learned, and as I've come into meeting women that I'm enjoying, try to narrow them down, and I have narrowed it down
Right,
to that one person. So how can I get through this one person I am dating, to let down her wall? I feel like that she has a wall up, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't have a wall up, but I want her to at least allow me in somewhat. To be open and up and honest, because I'm a very honest person about my feelings.
Right.
I have never had an issue expressing my feelings, and she even told me that's one of the good traits that she
Yeah.
likes about me.
Oh, great.
So how do I get her to let her wall down?
Very slowly, by making sure that whatever you say, you do, that she can count on you, that you're consistent. And I think you have to give her time, because anybody that has a big wall has a lot of scars.
I was
A
just,
lot of
okay.
wounds.
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah. I just think that when I talk to people who are very walled up, it's complicated, and I really respect that. And they do it in therapy too.
Right.
You know, instead of 2 sessions, it takes me 6 sessions
Wow.
to get through that wall, and that's after you know we've worked together very intensely. So. For a guy, she doesn't want to get hurt, and that means for you, you have to say, wow, I'm dealing with someone with a really big heart, and I don't want to hurt it,
Right.
and I'm not going to do anything
Would
that
you
would hurt.
would you even say that the heart's fragile?
Every heart is fragile.
It is. It is, man.
Every heart is to be handled with care.
Antoinette, do you want to ask that question?
Which question?
That single mom dating?
Okay, Mary Jo. Hi, I'm Antoinette. I was just trying to, I have a question. My 8-year-old is, I'm seeing a very special guy, and my 8-year-old daughter is becoming jealous, and I just want to know, how is it that I would balance life with the guy that I'm dating and also my 8-year-old daughter, and making her feel very special also.
Wow, that's a common problem, especially if you're, single parent. I think the number one thing to remember with whoever you're with is that when that person really says they love you, that means they care. Your interests they want to keep your best interests. And if you're honest with them and you tell them how your daughter feels, they're going to do everything within their power to help balance that, to not feel jealous or to not get angry. And I think when you see that on your partner's part, how caring they are of your relationship with your child, and they understand that you want to keep that, they may even have suggestions of things you can do, and they'll also be better about when they do come around, including her, because she probably feels left out of that one-on-one time. So giving her, maybe you could take an early Saturday morning and take her out and just spend time with her alone. I think that's a really good question, because a lot of parents struggle with that.
Maybe pitch watching the podcast at night.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. The podcast will be on. We're the Troycast. This is Humvee. I'm DB. The podcast will be on tonight. We'll be on tonight here. You watch us live at Facebook Live. You also watch us on YouTube as well. We stream both of those platforms simultaneously.
Yes.
So make sure you guys tune in, interact with us.
Yeah.
And we're going to have here Mary Jo here live at 9 p.m.
Yeah, be there.
Peace, y'all.